Hey girl, hey.
Hey,
Hey.
It's the Hey Girl, Hey podcast on Urban Media
Oh.
today. It's just us.
Yay.
It's just,
and that's good.
Just the
not that we
three of
don't love
us.
our guests.
Oh, we love them.
She's like, yay, about time.
You know how sometimes you have company over, and company is fine, but then when they go, you just want your family.
Yeah.
Like that sometimes.
Well, speaking of family, this to tell you, I am over my mother's house.
Hey, mama.
My mother's house is so hot. You gotta ask me, how hot is it?
How hot is it?
It is so hot. The devil come over here to cool off.
Oh.
It's that hot.
Mama ain't got no AC. Open up the window, and then it's hot when you don't want to open up the window. That lets more heat in.
I have a fan in front of me. It's not a Beyonce fan. It's a Michelle fan.
Oh. That's so rude.
No, it's that hot. It's that hot.
Oh,
and my dog is like,
Well,
anyway.
he's tired.
You know, it's hot.
You know what? We shouldn't complain because it's going to be gone in a minute. We're in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and you know how it gets here.
I know how it is. Once it hit, even September is even iffy. You know, sometimes like there was
It skips autumn and goes straight to winter.
Right. So we had that plenty of times. Pittsburgh is so up and down, but then again, you don't know. Maybe there was times around Labor Day and in the middle of September, it was like 80, 90 degrees.
Exactly.
So
right.
It's unpredictable here.
I remember one year, we went the whole summer hot, and then it got to September. It was nice weather, so I turned my AC off, and the unit broke. And I called the guy, and it was like late September, and it was probably October. And he said to me, "You must really use your AC a lot for you to call in October." He said, "Because I'll come back and I'll fix it before the beginning of summer." I was like, "No, dude."
No, because don't the prices go up?
I don't know about the prices, but it was one hot October.
Oh.
I had got a new AC unit in October one year.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Nah, you're gonna fix this now. I'm not going through the house with no central air. I can't." Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. It's definitely hot. You know what else is hot?
What?
Hell, no way.
That WAP video.
Ooh.
I sent you guys the link. I want to know what the church lady said because I know she was clasping them.
I'm sipping my tea.
Oh, girl, what you got in there? Cause
yeah.
So there should not be one person other than a child that has this, that's seen this. We're going to assume that there's some people that haven't seen the video.
Mm-hmm.
Now so are you referring to the Cardi B and the Megan?
Very good.
Okay.
Yes, we're so proud.
Yes.
This is okay. You know what I mean?
Are you rocking already?
Did you see? I'm about to get my rock on.
But she about to. Oh, she holding her.
But so and folks have been talking about it because of the cameos, because of what it means, which we can't say the meaning of what WAP means.
Oh, I don't know.
The church lady hair buns. Well, I have to tell you during the break.
Okay. Off air.
And just the flexibility of the ladies. They were so flexible and it was a lot.
Yeah, you sent the link and I opened it up and I
did your phone break?
Yeah, I got 2 minutes in and was like, no, this ain't.
I think I may have watched about. It was after Kylie.
Yeah, after she came in.
And
who was Kylie in there? I didn't even know.
Yeah, she didn't get that far. I think that was it. But some people have been critiquing really hard, talking really hard about the video. Of course, some Republican congressmen and women. One guy said, "This is what happens when a child is raised without God, without a strong father figure."
That don't mean anything, but okay.
Both of their fathers. No, Megan's father is in jail.
Yeah.
And her mother was a rapper. So I learned.
Okay.
Thank you, Portia Fox. And Cardi's father helped her, pretty much her career. He was present in her career.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
throughout her life.
we all know that a strong male figure lacking in a female's life it could end up pretty bad for some females, and we know that. I think with them, my concern really isn't about how they were raised, but sometimes you want to ask the question when people do stuff. You be like, "Who raised you?" You want to ask that, but they have kids, and this is social media. This is stuff.
Cardi just has one child.
Yeah, but it's not like she's not going to have any more. She could possibly have some, and so this is social media, and they're both young to have multiple children. So, what do you know? People say they get into dancing so they can make some money, and they make the money, and then let
the money make you
right. You know what I mean? So don't do that, Diamond. But then you just can't. You continue. What? You got kids. You got a daughter. Is it okay? I mean, like, what is the moral compass here, or is there one? And I'm not being judgmental or anything, but I get when some people make the comment like, "Where was your dad?" or "Where was your mom? Did they say anything?" or are they just riding the money train as well? Because some of these
you're an
videos
adult,
are a little
your
bit
parents
much.
aren't. Some are guiding you throughout your. I mean,
But
Cardi's parents are still alive, I believe.
Yeah.
But even as an adult, my parents have gone on to glory, and I still do things, and I think about them in mind to respect them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I still do because of the way because of the way they raised me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and it's so interesting you mentioned legacy. Do I want my legacy to be a bunch of women that bump the grind, in videos? I don't know if I don't want that to be my legacy. I don't want them to learn that to me. That's how we made our money. That's just me.
No,
Cardi,
I
Megan,
get it. I get it. But when you think of Bobby Brown, when you think of who pumps the air more than Bobby Brown?
Who pumps the air?
Genuine. Or you think of female artists like.
But how long does that go?
Kaya.
Oh, Kaya.
Trina.
Lil' Kim.
Foxy Brown, Nicki Minaj.
Okay, so we remember.
Where are we going with it? It's just so when these women do these things, we have something to say.
When
the men do it,
is it a double standard?
It is a double standard. Now I don't agree because later on in life, those boobs ain't gonna be sitting up under their chins. They're gonna be well below the kneecap one day.
Right.
And like Megan Thee Stallion is a college student.
Yeah.
She's currently enrolled in college, and they're both smart businesswomen.
Of course.
So they're smart as far as marketing because they're riding the wave right now. I thought it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was.
It depends on how you make it.
Literally a lot to take in.
Yeah. And
what'd you think, millennial?
Being that I am in their age group, it's something that I expected, you know what I mean? Especially listening to the explicit lyrics of the song. And,
Cardi said it was hard to clean up.
Yeah, it was hard. Yeah. And she came from that culture. I mean, she was a stripper, and was glorified. So, I get it. I do get it. On the other side, it's like, I feel like Megan is such a good lyrical rapper.
Right.
And I didn't expect, we listening to Megan's past lyrics, yes, she talks about sex and things like that. Of course, with Cardi too. But I feel like with Megan, she has such good delivery. I just thought it would have been a little bit more. I expected more. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't.
Okay, Simon.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought it was the most awful piece of art ever.
I thought the video was.
That's a no for me, dog.
Like it wasn't as nasty as far as the video wise. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it was like that nasty to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you listen to a lot of rappers.
Did you see the link I sent you was the video, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Another version of the video.
She had too short for
I've seen worse. Everybody's seen that tip drill video that they put on Uncut. Now that was a little, you know what I mean? I've seen a lot worse, but
That's
I
a
mean,
prime example, though.
yeah,
People were upset about that video.
they were.
Because it was basically porn.
Yeah, it was.
So what are we upset about?
Yeah.
Because they're women?
I'm personally not upset. I mean, it's what I expect, you know what I mean, from two young women in the rap industry who heavily talk about sex and stuff like that. I can see where people can be upset because it's like, oh, that's all that they talk about. You know what I mean? Like, that's all that's being glorified is sex. Like, you know, why can't they talk about something else? I can see from that perspective, you know what I mean? And like how other women who, you know, are very lyrical rappers don't get looked like that. You know what I mean? Like they get underlooked, you know, because or overlooked because we have those type of rappers. But it's been happening in the industry for years. Like we said, Trina, Little Kim, especially so many. It's been happening and it's going to continue. I mean, sex sells at the end of the day, whether it's in music, whether it's in movies, it's what's going to make you money. So, but I can see how people can be upset, especially those of the older generation too.
I was talking to Portia at work about it, and she was saying, like, in reference to the people that are in government, how dare they comment?
Yeah.
Because the women that they claim Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, or Nicki Minaj are like women of the night. But these same women of the night that they sleep with behind their wives' backs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The same women that they fantasize about and have affairs and pay off.
Yeah.
The same women that they go and put dollar bills and G-strings on, you know, after work with their buddies.
Yeah.
So what they're saying is it's fine if this is where you're going to be, if this is the type of life that you're going to live. But if you want to be accepted as a businesswoman or a role model or a pillar in the community, you can't behave that way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's such
new standards,
right?
Yeah. Standards,
and,
yeah.
And again, why are we mad? The thing is that, you know, it's such a double standards because men can do whatever they want. Men in business, men in rap, men in whatever can be, you know, into multiple sexual relationships. They're studs. They're studs. Women, we talk about our sexual habits, our what we like. We're hoes. We're whores. And when I say this, I'm not being judgmental. I'm just saying who raised you in terms of, you know, legacy. Like
that's how she makes her money.
Yeah, I could just wonder. I just, you know, imagine how Cardi B, after her daughter's older, and then her daughter has a daughter, and they're like stripping, and then they have grandkids that got cuss and foul. They cuss with a foul mouth. Like, what are you going to say when your kids be out there cussing? You be like, don't say that. They're like, Grandma, you made millions off of this word. I'm using it.
The thing that I think about is being in the industry that involves music, arts, entertainment, being a radio personality. You got to learn how to separate the business from the personal, right? Because I too am a mother, and from this time to that time, I'm an on-air personality. I have a personality of an on-air personality. I have the wit of an on-air personality. So I'm saying things that myself would not normally say.
Right.
I myself. And when it's time for me to be a mother, I'm not being the radio personality.
Yeah, it's a different hat.
So I want to assume that when Megan is at home with her parents, when she's with her friends, those who have been down for her or with her from day one, she can be Megan.
Right.
And be her.
Okay, with them.
I don't know.
But everybody else, you that nasty chick in the video, though. Right. Everybody else.
That you said that because a while ago, I was watching something on TV, and I think it was like a documentary or something about Little Kim. We all know how, you know, sexual she is.
It wasn't Unsung?
No, it wasn't. No, it was. It was a while ago, but you know, everyone knows how raunchy and hardcore her lyrics are. But they said when you meet her in person, she has a sweet, high-pitched voice. She's shy. You know what I mean? She's conservative. So it's like, you know, you have to, like you said, you have to play the mother and then the radio personality. Well, that's how I see it here. Like, you have to play the artist. You know, this is what they want. This is not, but that's not really who she was. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I get where you're coming from. But what people forget is that that's the culture and lifestyle that Cardi B grew up in. You know what I mean? So, and she's still young, but you know, I doubt that she's does and says all these things around her child. You know what I mean?
In your generation and those younger than you, they would vote for her to be Congress. They would put her
because they don't know
nothing
about it.
Because I'm just saying, I mean, with the things, it's like, well, what the hell? What could we lose? What could go wrong? Because they don't see it. They glorify this.
Everybody be twerking at the White House.
Twerking at the White House.
Twerking at the White House.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord. I got to rock on that.
Well, you got to give it. You know, maybe one day you have a couple cocktails. At least go 10 minutes. Not no longer than 2 minutes on the video, LaShawn.
I mean, and I understand, like, when I look at Beyonce, and Beyonce got Beyonce and then Sasha Fierce.
Right.
You know, she has her alter ego. But when she's Beyonce, she makes money as Beyonce.
She makes money as Sasha Fierce too.
And she makes money as Sasha Fierce. I don't know Cardi outside of Cardi, like where she makes her money. Well, and I don't have to know because she makes her money. If that's what makes her boat float, cool. That's what she does. I mean, if people are being creative, I'm letting them use their creative artistic ability. That's fine. But it's just not my cup of tea.
I feel like these men should not say anything. You guys are taking home a lot more than we are.
Yeah.
Let us live.
It's not cool. I mean, I couldn't watch the video. That's not me.
I will tell you, I called my nieces and said, you is smart. You is kind, and you is important. Don't you let nobody tell you nothing different. And you keep your ass off them poles.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. All right.
Listen, I will do a GoFundMe thing before I let you do the pole, boo-boo.
Listen.
I'll do all that.
Listen.
You know.
I'm a beater right now just for thinking about it. You know?
Yeah, I can't. It's crazy. Let me see.
Did you all get the email? Did you see it?
Which one?
I hate my racist black coworker.
Oh! Wait, okay. Hold on, I got to send this text real quick.
I'll just read it while you send it.
Read it, please. Go ahead.
That's a shame.
I'm sorry.
Right. So Kamala Harris was chosen as the running mate for Joe Biden. That's fine. She's done a lot, and not many people are fans. I get that too. But what I don't like are the nasty comments made to degrade her and make her out to be some kind of sellout or less than qualified woman in politics. My problem is my coworker said some really harsh things about her in a Facebook post, and I wanted to report her, but she's also a black woman. And although I feel people have their personal freedoms to say what they want, how can she, another black woman, tear another down or tear down another? She's the woman first. She's a black woman, a wife, and a mother. When she attacked her, she attacked me. It's bad enough this woman is getting this type of hate from those who don't share the same ethnic background, but this is just hurtful. Should I approach her, report her, ignore her, or punch her in the face? What do I do?
I sucker punch her.
I punch her in the face.
Be like, you know what? Don't be talking about Kamala like that. Number one,
I've seen some terrible things.
I see some things. You know, I'm not really into politics. So I've been like, since she's got chosen to be VP, I have been like just kind of like trying to find my own research about like things that she said previously in the past, or some people saying she's not for black people, she just wants a black vote and all this other stuff. And I personally don't know because I haven't been up on it. But I mean, if she feels that strongly about it, maybe she should talk to her first, you know. I don't see it as a bad thing. Like, she's already making history already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
They
woman
talk about her more than Joe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Joe Biden.
Yeah. And Joe.
Sleepy Joe, whatever his name is,
Right.
Joe Bo thing,
Sleep.
Bojo thing. That guy,
Oh, the chump called him that. Chump called him.
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
Just, I'm sorry, that'd be cracking me up. I just
Yeah. I think everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
right.
You know, politics is one separate thing. You would be surprised how many of us of color voted for Trump and how he got in with people of color. So, and if you were to take a poll on your job, you'd be fighting half of those people on your job.
Yeah,
you really would. So it's one of those things that people are allowed to keep quiet, and they don't have to speak about politics, and you can leave it alone. And I think it's cool not to say anything, because I don't want to feel some kind of way about you because of my views and your views.
mm-hmm.
So, you know, and then when it comes to Black people, we always think that we all should be on the same page, which we're not, because if Black lives matter, then why does it matter to Black people? And, you know, because some people it don't matter. Some of us it don't matter. Well, I hate to say that's not a cool thing to say. Maybe we should raise it. It does.
There's
matter.
some of us that still that say
it matters to most of us, but there's some that just get a little bit too much. This Black on Black crime has got to stop. It has got to stop. But when it comes to voting and Kamala, I like Kamala, but some things that I have learned about her, because when she was in California, she put a lot of us away for like weed crimes.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, there's going to be some people that are not happy about that nomination. They're just not, because she has a past. So you have to see where she's going with it. Like, has she changed her views? Because before he asked her to be vice president, she was one of his opponents, and she was hitting him with stuff, and he was hitting her with stuff. So let's see how close they are with working with each other before we make our decisions. You know, I mean, I think it was a good decision for him to use her with him being 70. Well, he's 77 years old.
Almost 80, I think.
Yeah, he's 77. And, you know, she's much younger than that. Because if something were to happen to him, we got to think she got to run this country. It'll be her.
Be her.
And
but we forget that there are other people in charge. She can make executive orders if she were given an opportunity to govern the country. Mm-hmm. But he's only been selected as his why do I want to say label mate? Running mate.
Running mate, yeah.
Isn't that on a record contract? So she was asking, what should she say? What should she do? People are, like you said, LaShawn and Jerry, people are entitled to their own opinion.
It's opinion. It's opinion.
I think if you were in a conversation with this person and they said it in your presence, because you can say whatever you want on social media. If they said it in your presence, you can't tell them not to say that.
Right.
Because that's their opinion. And it's you could just say, can you be a little less disrespectful to another sister? Do you have to? I have seen Black people post some terrible things about her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And it was what she had to do to get him to select her. Like, you talking about another queen?
Yeah. How long
this is somebody's mother?
Yeah. And she's just running for vice president. Could you imagine she was dating? I'm just going to use the name Shanifa's boyfriend. You know, they be out in the street on Hamilton and Frankstown bringing it down. You know, let's be real. Let's be real. Yeah. This is why. So you think women are not going to talk about her in this position when we talk about other women in another position? It ain't nothing new.
If he wouldn't have picked her, if he would have picked Elizabeth Warren, he would have had something
to say. Amy Klobuchar. Yeah.
Somebody posted, if he would have picked Anita Baker, they would have said, why not Pat LaBelle?
Exactly.
He could pick. When someone said, I don't care if he picked a Peter Piper picker pecker.
Just a responsible adult.
I think that if the person is having a conversation in your presence and it's disrespectful,
Yeah. There's no approaching her. There's no reporting her. Because how you going to report her on the job? They're going to say, well, you both are out of bounds for talking about politics because you're not here to do this on the job. What you're supposed to be doing is working.
But she did it on Facebook, or whomever the person did it on Facebook.
Yeah, that's their
Facebook.
That's Facebook. So let Mark Zuckerberg take her out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That ain't got nothing to do with you. I see people post some ridiculous things on Facebook, but I'm not calling them out. That's what you do. Because me calling you out, I look just as foolish as you for even entertaining your, and really what you want me to do, why you're saying this and why you're doing this is because you want me to go after you. You want this fight. You ain't never, there's always somebody, when they want to fight, they go, hey, go and say something. You know, they just got one key word they want you to say. Go and say eyelash. I swear to God, if she say eyelash, it's going to be on. You be like, what? Say. You know what I mean? Come on. You're not egging me on with that.
This made me sad. Like, it
she said it made me sad.
It made me sad. Because I was just like, with everything that we're going through right now as a Black community, we should not still be knocking each other down. Like, it makes absolutely no sense why we are treating our brothers and sisters, knowing that young children are looking at us, knowing that we are being picked out in the streets while we're at home sleeping, coming home from a grocery store, gas station, minding their business, answering your door because somebody got the wrong address or whatever it is, knowing that all this is going on and there's not much justice for the lives of people who died early. Like, with so much tragedies going on.
We don't see that.
Why are we doing this? We need to stop.
Because we can't see as far
we don't
as
think we're doing
our neighborhood.
Wrong.
No. There's some people, world issues is not their issue. Even though we're part of this world, it's not their issue. There's people that live in Penn Hills that can't see no further than Penn Hills or can't see no further than their street. So if you said something is going on the street next to them, they're like, oh no, but my street's cool.
Yeah.
You know,
that's something we have to stop.
Yes, the problem comes when it comes to your street. They can't see no further than this. It's a great accomplishment. It's wonderful. Yeah. You know, that this woman is doing it. She's the first Black woman to ever been elected for this position. This is awesome. You know?
Is it just me, or is this the first time you heard them refer to her as the first Black?
No.
This is the first. They didn't say that to her when referring to her before.
What is she? Where's she?
I mean, she's Black, and her mother was Jamaican. Her father.
Yeah. No, it's her father's, something Korean or something. Or
I can't remember.
Yeah.
But they never, anyway, that's just sad. But
they
never
the thing
referred to her that way.
Well, I saw on CNN, they showed her sorority. She's an AKA, right? So they show that, which is, historically first Black.
And she's from Howard University. Shouts to Howard University.
So one little bit of Black, and Jamaican is Black. You're Black. You're Black. Because you're African American, you are Black.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Or white.
But
I'm so glad you brought that up.
African descendants.
I got into a discussion, kind of wasn't heated, but it was stressful. I don't consider myself African American. And I do not like when you call me Black.
Okay.
And there's a reason. And this is why I asked this question. I sent you guys this question, and I'll explain to you why I asked you if you are proud to be an American. I've asked a few people, white and Black, and the answers, and I mean, they were like long sighs and long, stressful conversations.
Well, tell me why you're not Black. Well, you're not.
I'll tell you. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We gotta take a break.
We gotta take a break. We gotta come back on this.
Yeah. It's the Hey Girl Hey podcast on Urban Media
Hey.